What up, my people? What up, my people? I'm so excited today. Look who we have. The only one and the best international in my home. Wow. And the best, it's been a long time. Thank you for coming around.
Thank you so much, Ikenchi.
Thank you for coming around.
I really appreciate all you've been doing on the social media so far, and I would like to know what your real name is, because let me start by asking, what's your real name? Because everybody knows you as Young J, the social activist.
Yes, yes.
What state are you from? Because I would love your wonderful listener and fans to know a little bit about you. So let me hear from you.
It's very good that you came around because you know how long I've been trying to bring you.
Yeah, definitely.
You know how long I've been trying to reach out to you.
Yes.
But I'm very happy that you're here. Okay, back to the matter of the day. Back to the question.
Okay.
I love to be called Young J, the social activist. You understand? But my real name is Ogon James. And Ogon James, I am from Cross River State, Ogoja to be precise. I'm from a community called Mbube. You understand? So we all know that Ogoja is a popular name.
Yes,
And so if you're from that side, that region, you'll be conversant with Ogoja and the communities that it embodies. So I'm from Mbube in Ogoja, in Cross River State. So that is where I'm from.
Okay.
So you people that don't know my name, today you've got to know my name. You've got to know my state, you've got to know my local government, and you've got to know my community. Big love.
And I'm also happy for you to have my team on this platform.
I'm most grateful. The honor is mine.
Highly welcome.
The honor is mine,
So,
Mr. Andy.
The next question here. Over the past years, you've been very vocal about so many things happening in the country. You spoke about insecurity.
Yes.
You spoke about restructuring, and you also spoke about the coalition. Can you share more light on why you spoke about these things? I want to know more.
It's very interesting because I like the fact that we're having this discussion today. I love the fact that this conversation is coming at this particular time of the nation, because the nation you see today, you can see the crisis, you see the economic downplay, you see how dollar is rising and naira is crashing, you see how the political class are playing Game of Thrones with the lives of Nigerians. And so I love this thing. Now, the first question you raise is, I'm happy that you've been following me all along.
And I do follow you.
I just do my things. I don't even know that there are Nigerians watching.
Definitely.
Are you getting it?
Yeah, you have so many fans.
But I've been vocal for a very long time, because they said injustice thrives in the land when good people do nothing.
Sure.
Injustice thrives in the land when good people do nothing. Now, a lot of us don't understand that a thread of justice in the north is a thread of justice in the south.
Yeah, sure, definitely. Yeah.
So, because there is injustice in the north, it has not gotten to the south. Don't think that you're from the south, you're safe. Because this is injustice we are talking about. Whatever that is causing the injustice in the south, in the north, is definitely going to get to the south.
Yeah, and it will affect.
Yes. So now, for a period of time, I've talked about, the first thing you mentioned there was insecurity. Now,
yeah.
we have been calling and speaking out against insecurity. The insecurity that has been going on in the northeast, in the northwest, for example, in the north central, for example, you hear of Meduguri,
Yes.
you hear of Taraba, you hear of Jos,
Benue State.
and presently you hear of Benue State. Now, we have been speaking out for a very long time that the government should do something about the state of insecurity in the nation. A lot of people thought that we were jobless and we don't know what we are saying, or because the thing has not affected them personally or individually, so they were not showing any concern.
Reluctance.
But today, look at it. What we have been crying over for so many years now, because I can still remember for the past 5 to 6 years I've been on these issues.
Yes, I've been following.
Yes.
Yes.
Now look at the situation of Benue State. Look at how many of the communities in Jos were eradicated by terrorists and herdsmen. Is it the Boko Haram issues that has ravaged Meduguri and the people in the far north? Now look at the herdsmen, the terrorists, the banditry happening in Benue State. Initially we thought it was a thing of the north or the middle belt, the north central. Today you hear of Edo, you hear of Enugu. The other day it was Delta. Abia has been affected.
Yeah.
Tomorrow time you hear that they have invaded Cross River.
It's a general something.
Now it has become a national something. Just some days ago, I heard the people of Bayelsa, Port Harcourt. Yes, Port Harcourt State, lamenting that some of their communities has been invaded by terrorists. that they are not going to keep calm, that they are going to fight back. No. But when we were calling out these things, when we were agitating for these things, when we were speaking against these things, these people never paid attention. They never gave their support. They never came out to support this movement. Today, it is affecting everybody. Today, everybody is crying bad government. Today, everybody is crying insecurity. Today, everybody is crying because they are feeling the heat. But this is something we have been talking about. This is something Nnamdi Kanu has been spoke about.
Yes,
No, let's tell ourselves the truth. This is something Nnamdi Kanu spoke about. See, today you cannot go about your daily business. You cannot go about looking for your daily 2K because you're not safe. Your safety is not guaranteed. There's no assurance that if you leave your house this morning that you're going to town to go to work or to go to your place of business, you will come back. There's no guarantee. Because you don't know what you're definitely going to meet on your way. Okay, you're talking about that one. 1st of July, there was an issue that happened in Abuja around transport. A lady, Frida Anon by name, she was a victim of one chance. She boarded a bus around Transport Hilton in Abuja, Metama, yes, with 4 unknown men inside the bus. That was how that lady's life was ended. On the 7th of July, it was now recorded that she was dead.
That's serious.
These are the things we have been calling out. Insecurity. Look at the lives and properties that have been lost. Armed robbery is the honor of the day. Kidnapping, banditry, terrorists, Boko Haram. All the insurgencies of the world you can talk about is in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And we have a government. Now, the issue that happened in Benue State, I published a post on it. Now, I was saying something about the people that the Inspector General of Police claimed that they arrested relating to the massacre that took place in Yalawata community of Benue State. Now, in that post, I said, we hope that these people that they are parading around for paparazzi, they are the main perpetrators of that.
Yeah.
Now, I made that video. Days later, it has been recorded that invasions are still happening in that state, to the extent that security personnel have been killed. So if you say you're tackling these issues, if you say that you are arresting, you're making some positive arrest, so where are these people having all this momentum to come out again, to the extent of killing security personnel, attacking the community people? So you see that what the government of the day is doing, they are playing politics on us, and they are using the lives of vulnerable Nigerians to gamble.
That's true.
For their selfish interest, for their political interest. They don't care about you and I, because you know what? Their children don't use the same buses we use for transportation.
Yes.
They don't use the same taxis we use. And if they use the same road that you use, they walk on convoy.
Yes.
Security personnel following them up and down.
You're right.
So they don't know what you face, what
Very
I
correct.
face. They don't care whether you die or you live. They are building empires for their children. But I know one thing. There's one thing I always tell them. The children of the poor that you refuse to take care of today will become a problem to your children tomorrow. The children of the poor that you refuse to provide jobs opportunity for them, you refuse to provide good educational system for them, you refuse to provide good healthcare system for them, they will terrorize the children of the rich. So they should know. They should know this. So they should know this.
All right, young Giancarlo. So we talked about restructuring and also spoke about the coalition. So what do you have to say about this?
The restructuring, I'm not the only one that have spoken about restructuring in the past. Yeah. A lot of people, a lot of groups, when I mean groups, I mean a lot of societies, well-meaning societies that have the interest of Nigeria have called for restructuring. In the sense that why we are calling for restructuring is because of marginalization. We know that a certain side of people has been marginalized. We know that a section of people has been marginalized in this country when it comes to leadership, role, and position. Now you know that the state does not have autonomy. It is the federal that controls the resources of the state. It is the federal that controls the state resources in a democratic government. The state does not have an autonomy. The state does not have its own police. So, like, you don't have a state police. So it is the federal that controls the police, the state police, the police that is in your state. It is the federal that controls. The governor does not have power over the police in your state. It is whatsoever the IG from the presidency says, that is what your commissioners in your state are working with. Your governor cannot say otherwise. Now, in government, there is what they call circulation of power, power circulation, whereby power was meant to circulate around the regions. Now, around the political, the geopolitical zones. Now, how many regions do we have in Nigeria? We have the northeast, we have the northwest, we have the north central, we have the southwest, we have the southeast. How many did I call?
4.
No, there are more than 4.
More than 4, okay.
The northeast, the northwest, the north central,
Okay.
the southwest, the southeast,
Yes.
and the south south. These are 6 zones that we have in Nigeria. Now, and according to the constitution, political power was supposed to circulate among the regions. So it becomes unfair where a section claims to power, depriving other sections from attaining power. Now, the northern region have this sense of entitlement of power belongs to me. I am the one that has this power. So anybody that wants to come to power must be loyal to me, must beg for this power before I can give him or her the power. In a democratic era, one man sits and tells you, or a group of people, or a section of people tells you they own this power in a country, embodying different regions. Because at the end of the day, the regions you are neglecting are the most contributing region economically to the country. And these are the people you're trying to sidelines, and you're trying to see them as being inferior. You're trying to see them as they don't have a say in the leadership system of this country. No? Now, your past government was from Jonathan. Jonathan handed over to Buhari, even when we know the situation that was involved.
Yes.
Are you getting it?
Sure.
But I don't want to go into that.
Yes.
That discussion will be for another day. Now, Jonathan gave to Buhari. Now, Buhari gave to Tinubu. Now, let me tell you, 20 people are making preparation for 2031 already, for power to return back to the north. For power to return back to the north. What happens to the south, southeast? What happens? When I mean power, I'm talking about presidency. So what happens to the southeast? What happens to a president coming from the southeast, from the Igbo region? What happens for a president coming out from the north central? That's the middle belt.
Yes.
What happens for a president coming out from the south south? Because as long as I am concerned, Jonathan was forcefully removed. If you understand.
I understand, yeah. Sure.
Why will power go back to the north? Why are people making plans for power to return to the north? Now, Nnamdi Kanu said something that if you people will not allow us to be part of your country, to get involved in the leadership role of this country, if you people will not allow us to be president also, to rule, to be, because we are contributing so much, then allow us to go. Even though I do not accept the splitting or the dividing of the country that he was agitating for reasons, because if Nigeria is meant to be divided, then Nigeria cannot be divided into two. Nigeria cannot be divided into two. Are you getting it? Now, Nigeria will have to go back to the regional system of government it was operating before 1914, where Lord Lugard saw, out of political interest and colonial interest, saw the resources that were in all the regions and decided to unite the regions and make it a central system of government, a unity form of government, so that they can have access and control to all the resources in all the regions. So it was out of a political interest and business interest that Nigeria was formed. So the problems have started long time ago. Now, if Nigeria is to divide, then Nigeria will have to divide into region. Back. The southwest will have to go. The south side will have to go. The southeast will have to be on their own. The north central will have to be on their own. The northwest will have to be on, and the northeast. But if the northwest and the northeast decides to stay together, are you getting it?
Yeah, sure.
It is their own. Because I know the north central will never want to be with the northeast or with the northwest. You understand? So if Nigeria is to divide, then Nigeria will have to go back to regional system of government, where everybody have autonomy in their region and manage their resources. So that is where accountability comes in. That is why we talk about restructuring. So when we talk about restructuring means can come in different forms. Now we are talking about restructuring. One of the restructuring I am talking about is give states autonomy. Let the states manage their resources. Let the state manage their resources and develop their state. Now, if the state was giving the federal 80% of her resources, when you now give states autonomy to manage her resources, the state will no longer give federal 80%.
Yes.
The state will now keep 80% of her resources and give federal 20% or 25%. Because the federal is not contributing anything to the country. So if Cross River gives 20%, Port Harcourt gives, Bayelsa gives, Lagos gives, Niger State gives, Benue gives, Jos gives, and all the 36 states you have gives 20% to the central has more than enough.
It's true.
To grow the central. So that the states can keep 80% of her revenue or resources. Then now we now know the people to hold accountable when we don't have good healthcare system, when we don't have good educational system, when the state economy is crashing, when there is insecurity in the state, when there is no job employment in the state, when there are no factories, no companies. We now know that it is the government, it is the state government we are going to hold accountable and responsible, because now you are the one managing the resources. You are the one managing the state police. You are the one managing everything that has to do with the state. This is the autonomy we want. State autonomy. Because now, you cannot hold your governor accountable. Because you know why? 80 to 90% of your revenue and resources goes to the central.
Yes.
Okay, let's just assume 100% of your resources go to the central. Now, the central now sends you 30%. What we call, you know what they call allocation, state allocation. Now the central now sends you state allocation, maybe 30% or 35% of 100% that you send to the central. Then that gives you peanut. Tell me, what will 30 or 25 or 35% do? What development, what infrastructure, what company, what can it do? What project can it facilitate? What project can it facilitate? And mind you, your state government will still cut his own share from the 30% that is coming to the state first. So
Sure.
the government, the people in the state government will steal. So what is now left for the project? What is now left for project? So now you cannot hold your state accountable. That is why all the protests that has been going on in this country is to the federal government. Mr. President, Senator, Minister. It goes to the central because your resources goes to the central. So if they really want Nigeria to work, Nigeria must go through restructuring. A lot of people are against restructuring because they feel like they don't have what it takes in their region to sustain their region, to grow and develop their region. So they depend on the resources from other regions. But I bet you, there is no region in Nigeria that does not have resources. Does Zamfara not have gold? We know that they are mining that gold illegally, not for the interest of Nigeria. How come the gold in Zamfara is not for Nigeria, but the oil in the Niger Delta is for Nigeria?
I understand your point.
How come? So if the oil in the Niger Delta region is for Nigeria, then the gold in the northern region should also be for Nigeria. Every region in this country is blessed with natural resources. No region that is not blessed. Every region. People have neglected the resources in their region and focused on the oil in the Niger Delta, in the southeast region. Why? When they now finish the oil in the Niger Delta region, they will now start agitating for division. I'm telling you this today. Mark it and write it. The day the oil in the Niger Delta region will finish, that there will be no more oil in that soil. the northern region will now start agitating for division. They want to separate. So let us restructure the country. Let us give state autonomy. The president came now and he went to do politics. Because what I call that is political bambadash. Yes, it's political bambadash. Because what he did is, you know our politicians are so smart, and to an extent they are
very smart
when it comes to some making some kind of political policies and decisions.
Yes.
He went to give autonomy to local government. He granted local government autonomy. Why will you be granting local government autonomy? Now, do you know what that means? He granted local government autonomy so that the governors of the states cannot have autonomy over the local government. So you cannot decide over the local government chairman. So what he did is, because you need local governments to win elections in this country.
Sure.
So once local government have their autonomy that the governor cannot influence them, does not have a say, you are able as the president, it becomes easier for you as the president to manipulate the local government heads to work for you because they are independent. The governor does not have any say. Why will you skip the state autonomy that we have been agitating for? During the NSAS, we agitated for the state autonomy. During the last nationwide protest that took place, nationwide, we agitated for state autonomy. So why are you not looking into the issue of state autonomy? Why are you going to give local government autonomy? Why? Then you now understand that there is more. So the restructuring we have been always been calling on is give local government autonomy. Give state autonomy. Let our state government precise over the resources. Let us manage our resources in our state. You will see that a lot of our youths that are leaving our states to go to other people's states will start coming back home. Because now there is something to come back to do. There is something. There are resources. The resources is now in our own control. So come back home. Let's manage the resources. Let's grow our states. Let's develop our state. Let's build our economy together. People will come back. But now everybody runs to Lagos. Everybody's running to Kano. Everybody's running to so because their states are underdeveloped, because the resources, the allocation that goes to those is not big enough to do a major project, to build an economy. So that is what this restructuring is all about. I'm just talking, it's one, not all. This is one of the key points, on this restructuring. Give states autonomy. Grant autonomy to regional system of government, whereby the state or the region have autonomy to their resources management. And see if Nigeria will not grow. The USA, United States of America, is made of 50 states. And each state in America is independent of its own. Trump does not have a say in California. He does not have a say in New York, because the Constitution does not give him that right. The governor of California is the president of California. The only thing they do is they pay, like, how will I put it? They pay their percentage to the central, to the capital. They give 30 to 35% to the capital and keep majority of their resources and revenue. And that is why when you go to California, it's developed. You go to New York, you cannot tell which state in US that is more developed and advanced than the other. They are all developed. And we are running to America every day. We need that kind of political system here. We are operating American system of democracy, but we are not actually doing what the American democracy is doing. We are still so much into the British system of government. And the British are not practicing democracy. They are practicing parliamentary system of government where they have a prime minister. We are practicing democracy. That's why we have a president. But we are still using the British constitution. So, my brother, Nigerians will need to wake up and start telling themselves the truth. We need restructuring. We need state autonomy. It is very important. If we want to grow as a country and as a nation, we need it.
Okay, Youngji, and also you talked about coalition, and I want you to give me more light about coalition.
Coalition. You when you just open a rice, the first thing you see is coalition. You go to channels, the first thing you see is coalition. Now, see, it is not this coalition that is the problem. I am not against a coalition. But who are the bodies involved in this coalition? Who are the people that are colliding together, that are regrouping together? Who are the people that are involved? Are they the same people that have been in the corridors of power for more than 30 years 20 years, 15 years now, and we have not seen any exact and positive change from them? Are they the same people that are forming this coalition? Are they the same people that are reforming and regrouping? The same old politicians with old political ideas, with no vision, no interest for the common man? Are they the same people that has failed Nigeria for the past 20 to 25 to 30 years that are forming this coalition? What is the intention, the motive behind the coalition? Is it for them to remove Tinubu from power or to remove the present government from office? Is that the reason for this coalition? What? I personally love Peter Obi. Yes, I will give him my support any day, anytime. Because going to past antecedent, if I am to open all of their profile, the key people that are involved in this coalition, Atiku, Tambua, David Mark, Erufai, Amechi, and a lot of them that are involved in this coalition. If I open their profile, they lack what it takes to rule this country as a president due to their past antecedent. What did Amechi do for his state? What did Erufai do for his state? Tambua, David Mark has been in the corridors of power since 1990, right from the military era. For the past 16 years, he was in the Senate. Then he later became the Senate president for how many years? For 8 years. What did he do for Benue State? He doesn't even have road that leads to his own community. Are these the same people you're talking about? As long as I'm concerned, Peter Obi is the only credible candidate with a better profile than all of them there.
And good record.
And good record. That's what I mean by profile. Better profile. Good record than all of them. So, I keep telling, coalition is not going to change the situation of Nigeria. Coalition is not going to solve the problems of Nigeria, because the problem of Nigeria is deep-rooted over 100 years ago. Nigeria problem did not start today. It started right from when Nigeria became a country. So you cannot, even if Peter Obi wins today, you give him 8 years, he will still not solve the problem of Nigeria. But I know he will do what he can.
Yes.
But he will still not solve the problem of Nigeria.
No, he changed what, yes.
Are you getting it?
Yes.
But he will do better than the rest of those people that are in that coalition. He will do better. So that is why I say people are talking about 2027 as if 2027 is tomorrow or next week. We have major issues at hand. People are dying in the northeast. People are dying in the north central. People are dying in the southeast. People are dying in the southwest. In the south, people are dying. There's insecurity. The youth are being faced with brutality from our security personnel every day. There is injustice. As long as you are a poor man in this country, there's no justice for you. There are a lot of issues. Internal issues that we have to deal with. There are no jobs opportunity. Millions of graduates passing out of school every year with no hope of getting a job. Our hospitals are not working. Our educational system is nothing to talk about. Look at the economy. Look at Naira to dollar. Look at the cost of living. There are things for us to talk about, to tackle. But it's so disgracing that, it's so shameful that the moment you on your TV in the morning, the first thing you hear about is coalition. People are hungry. So hungry. So, coalition or no coalition, we want a leader with fresh ideas. A leader with a good vision towards the future. A leader that has the heart of the people. A leader that can listen to the cries of the people. A leader that can relate with the people. We need a leader that can reform our educational system, that can reform our healthcare system, our welfare system, our economy. We need a leader with good insight, with great insight, with great wisdom to lead. We don't need political we don't need political animals in human form leading us. We don't need all this greedy and ambitious set of politicians that we have seen over the years that all they care about is their pocket. I heard your Senate president, what was his name again? Apabio, saying that people think that there is money in the Senate, that the senators struggle, they don't have money, that they struggle. Like you're speaking to fools.
Or to children.
To children.
Children.
Our senators are suffering, that there's no money in the Senate. This is your Senate president coming out to talk it. But I don't blame them. Do you know why? Because Nigerians have made themselves vulnerable and have put themselves in a position of manipulation. They come give you 2,000, 3,000 and they buy your vote. They buy your conscience, they buy your future, they buy your tomorrow. So you see where I do not have, sometimes Nigerians are the major issues. When we say come out, let's speak against injustice, division comes in. A Muslim doesn't want to speak against his Muslim brother. A Christian doesn't want to speak against his Christian brother. A Yoruba man don't want to talk against Yoruba man. An Igbo man, an Hausa man, a South man, a Middle Belt man. Tribalistic, religiosity, everything is killing us. And we can never grow as a people if we are not united. If we don't have one goal, one ambition, one vision for the country, we can never grow as a people. If you go to other developed nations of the world, whatever you're coming from, whatever your religion is, whatever your tribe is, does not mean anything. It is that country first. Like if you go to America, you hear Islam say, America first. Whatever you are doing, whatever you are, whatever you believe in, whatever you're practicing, does not have anything to do with them. Once you are in that country, once you are in that land, they will tell you America first. If Nigerians can put Nigeria first, above everything, above religion, above tribe, above ethnicity, above personal ambition and selfish goals, if we can put Nigeria first, then we can grow Nigeria together. So that is what I have to say on coalition.
Thank you, Young J, the social activist.
Yes.
And once more, what would be your advice or suggestion to Nigerians
now
in the midst of all these political games played by our politicians?
Yeah. So now, what my advice to Nigerians? My advice to Nigerians would be, the power for them to build a good leader is in their hands. So they have the power to build a good leader, to make a good leader. They have the power. So 2027 is by the corner. It is in their power for them to decide. You understand? So they should decide who becomes the next president. It starts from there. 5,000, 2,000, 3,000 should not buy their conscience and steal their future. Nigerians must unite. We must unite. We must fight as one. We must be together. We must come together. We must fight against injustice together. So that is my advice to Nigerians. It is time for us to correct the errors of the past and think towards creating a better future for ourselves and our children. So that is what I have to tell them. So thank you, my brother and the best, for having me. And I would like to have this again.
Thank you, Young J, the social activist, for hosting me and my team.
All right.
We'd love to have this again. Thank you so much for coming.
Hopefully. Thank you. You know, say you are my person.
Definitely.
I always see you around.
That's the reason why I'm still following you up.
Thank you. Thank you so Hopefully,
much.
Nigeria will get better.
Definitely, too.
Yes.
That's our prayer.
Thank you, my people. This is End the Best, One International. A very good friend and a business partner also. And I remember your boy, Young G, the social activist. You're only one G, the social activist. So follow me on my platform. A lot of series will be coming. A lot of interviews will be coming. So follow me on my platform, and there is a backup account. I'll be posting most of my new content there. So you will have to follow me on my backup account also, in as much as you still follow me on this account. So together we can make Nigeria better. I love you. Stay safe out there. Bless.